time for language. If you remember yesterday, we were learning about adverbs, okay? And with adverbs, there are certain questions. There were where, when, how often, to what extent. Hopefully you wrote those down in your folder so that you can use them again today, because you're going to need them with our exercise on page 185. So please get those out. I'm going to do the first few with you, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. What you're going to be doing is looking for the verb first, because we're only going to be looking at adverbs that modify or describe verbs today. After you find the verb, you're going to be asking the adverb questions, okay? So let's go ahead and look at that information. So the first sentence that I have says, man is wonderfully made by God. What's my verb? Is made. Okay? Then we're going to say, let's go through the questions. Where is it made? No. When is it made? No. How is man made? They are wonderfully made. Okay? The next one says, the pine boards were cut here in our town. Start with the verb, were cut. Now we're going to ask our questions. Where were they cut? Oh, wait. It answers that. Where were they cut? Here. Okay. Number 4. 4 pigeons descended softly onto the roof. What's our verb? Descended. Okay. Where did they descend? Where did they descend from? When did they descend? No. How did they descend? Oh, they descended softly. That's how they descended. Okay, so these are definitely some for you to look at. I'm going to go ahead and I think do one more for you that will answer some, actually maybe I'll do 2 more for you that are going to answer some of the other questions. Okay? Okay, so I have a couple more for you. These ones are going to answer some of the other questions that we haven't gone over yet. So pay attention. We could hardly see the distant star. So what's our verb? Could see. Okay, verb phrase. Could see. Then we're going to ask ourselves those questions again. Okay, where could we see it? No. When could we see it? No. How could we see it? No. How often could we see it? No. To what extent could we see it? Hardly. To what extent is like a measurement, okay? So to how much of it could we really see? We could hardly see it, okay? So to what extent kind of is like a measurement of how much, okay? The next one says, in the Arctic, blizzards occur frequently. What's our verb? Occur. And those answer the questions again. Where could we see it occur? Or when could it occur? How often could it occur? How could it occur? To what extent could it occur? Did I answer any of those questions? Actually, I think we did. We answered how often could it occur? It could occur frequently. Okay? So hopefully that will help you get through this few questions today. You're only going to be doing 1 through 12, okay? Again, when we come to Bloom's chat, if you need help with this, this is not an easy topic. Please make sure you bring the ones that you need help with, all right? Because this is a little more tricky than adjectives, okay? So pay attention to the questions. If you can answer the question within your sentence, then you know you're doing a good job, okay? So I will see you in our next language video.